afternoon, everyone. Today I'm here to pay tribute to Abel Tesfaye, a global sensation and an inspiration to many, including myself. I'd like to open with a quote from one of Abel's earlier projects called Montreal. It reads, "Happiness exists when you don't know a thing." Now, I could go on and on about what that means and interpret it for you, but I fear that will go against Abel's artistry. Since I was started off in high school, Abel has been my favorite artist, and he's helped me through long nights and hard times. And it's not just his voice, but it's the darkness and vulnerability in his lyrics. So today, I like to pay tribute to these three things: Abel's determination to rise above his circumstances, the unique artistry that has redefined modern music, and his compassion and generosity through philanthropy. Now, to understand someone, you must know where they come from, and where Abel came from wasn't easy. Abel was born into Toronto as an Ethiopian immigrant. He was raised by a single mother as his father left when he was young, and he grew up basically in the slums. But Abel always knew that he had a voice, a good voice that he could use, and he would sing. But he was never confident about it until his friend told him that maybe there was that he was really good and that he should use his voice to do something good. So, though he was young, and hard times make you make bad decisions. So Abel had dropped out of high school at 17. He had left home, and he was on the streets and sleeping at friend houses or abandoned houses, and just living a life that isn't considered normal. But through this, Abel still used his voice, and he still sang to the point where he would make music, and he would upload that music under an anonymous account on YouTube. Now, when the people heard the voice, there was no name, there was no marketing, there was no interviews. It was just the music, and the people connected with that. They liked the mystery, and they liked the authenticity, which is where Abel started. And that's how he let the quality of his music speak for itself. And then he caught the attention of Drake, who featured with him, and that's as his career catapulted. Now, Abel's rise is inspiring, but what truly sets him apart is his artistry and impact on music. From the very beginning, his sound was different. It was dark and it was eerie, and this was shown vividly in his trilogy of mixtapes, House of Balloons, Thursday, and Echoes of Silence. They redefined R&B and what it could sound like, and it wasn't love songs or dance tracks, but it was emotional, moody, dark music. And that's what set Abel apart from the rest of his competitors. What's the word? Okay. He was very honest, and he wasn't avoiding the harsh topics like addiction or heartbreak and emptiness or regret. And through that darkness, his listeners felt something powerful in his honesty. And as his fame grew, so did his sound. It went from underground king to global superstar, which is where he got his album Starboy and his greatest song, Blinding Lights, our biggest song. And let's not forget the visuals, because his music videos were always mysterious and trying to tell the people, but not directly. is very cryptic with his work. And next, I like to expand on his greatness, because he didn't just become famous and say, okay, yeah, now I'm all that, and now I'm just better than everyone. But he used his success not to just make more music, but to make a difference. Abel is a philanthropist in every sense of the word. He doesn't just talk, he acts. And over the past few years, he's shown that. You can get this information from multiple places, but Variety said that he donated $500,000 to frontline workers and encouraged fans to do the same during the COVID pandemic. He gave $1 million to hunger relief efforts in Ethiopia, his home country. And during the time of crisis, he supported Black Lives Matters and the United Nations World Food Programs. And beyond those numbers, Abel shows compassion through his choices. He canceled a massive Rose Bowl show that was supposed to happen earlier this year because of the California fires, if you guys remember. And he even delayed his After Hours tour back in 2020 because of the global pandemic. And by now, it's evident that the Weeknd's era may be dying soon, or ending soon, not dying. But his legacy won't. Okay, so today I spoke of Abel Tesfaye, a musical legend, yes, of great artistry and character. I paid tribute to his resilience through hardships and the way he's transformed music and the way he gives back to the world. As someone who's followed his journey for years, even getting the chance to see him live at Soldier Field, I can safely say that Abel isn't just a superstar, but he's a storyteller and a visionary and a leader of my generation, our generation. His voice doesn't just play. Nope, not saying that. Okay, I hope I've shed some light on the beauty behind the madness that is Abel Tesfaye, for his musical genius and his inspiring rise to becoming the Guinness World, whoa, what is that place called again? Guinness World Records most popular artist. And if I didn't, that's okay. Not everything is meant to be understood clearly, and that's something Abel makes evident in his work. So whether you know the truth or not, we know how we feel. For sometimes the true happiness exists when